against the detention of more than 30 children, some as young as 10, who had written graffiti saying, "The people want the fall of the regime." The protesters soon added corruption and economic hardship to their list of grievances. Human rights groups say 6 people have been killed so far, most of them shot Friday by security forces. This video, uploaded to YouTube, was apparently shot at a funeral in Daraa Saturday. The unrest has since spread to towns near Daraa, an important agricultural center close to the border with Jordan. On Monday, video was posted on YouTube, apparently showing a protest in Enkel, where a crowd chanted, "After today, no fear." President Bashar al-Assad has in some ways opened up a country tightly controlled by his father, allowing greater economic freedom and access to the internet. But the regime's tolerance of dissent is very limited. Its extensive security forces, often in plain clothes, have moved in quickly. This cell phone video apparently showing the arrest of a woman protester.
We condemn the violence by the Syrian government that caused the deaths and injuries of individuals that protested in Syria over the past week rather. And we call on the Syrian government to exercise restraint and refrain from violence against these peaceful protesters.
The U.S. has few options to influence events in Syria, but they seem to be acquiring a momentum of their own, with widespread protests being called for Friday on Facebook and other social media.
Michael, you say you're actually surprised to see this happening in Syria.
Yeah, I am. Syria was one of a couple of countries in the region where you'd say, yeah, it's not going to happen there, or it's not going to happen there yet. It's going to take a long time. To see those sorts of demonstrations in the streets in Syria, they've got a regime there that will brutally repress any hint of opposition, and they're very brave, these guys, to be out there. But it's like the fear barrier gets broken, and then it gets a roll on its own. And with that happening in Syria, where they've been under repression for decades,
yeah,
it's very significant.
I also want to talk to you about Libya. We talked about this U.S. warplane that crashed there, mechanical errors today. And one of the airmen on board was rescued by the opposition forces, which had a lot of us wondering, who is the opposition?
Yeah, well, it's a whole bunch of different people. There is a National Transitional Council that has been set up, and basically it's an umbrella group of various opposition figures, but also a lot of just regular professionals, people like doctors and lawyers and academics and the like, and they talk about democracy and transparency and the rule of law and all those things that we like to hear about in the West here.